Good morning. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. If you don't know me, I'm Mrs. Dotson. I teach second grade. You may know me by my maiden name, Miss Patton, but I recently got married, so my last name changed, and now I'm Mrs. Dotson. So one of my favorite things to do at home is play games. And I wanted to share with you one of my favorites that we play at our game nights. So it's good for any age and parents. It's educational. So the only things that you'll need for this game are some scratch paper. So I have some Post-it notes, scratch paper, whatever you can use to write on. You need pens and pencils. And you need 2 cups or 2 bowls, really anything that can hold the scratch paper in it. So this game is called Nouns. Now, if you're watching this, you're probably a parent or a student. So student, turn to your parent and tell them what a noun is. Did you tell them? My second graders should know what a noun is, and I hope that you told your parent that a noun is a person, place, or thing. So on your scratch piece of paper, you're going to write a person, place, or thing. I could write Miss Patton because I'm a person. I could write my house because it's a place, or I could write cup because it's a thing. So I'm going to write the noun pickles. And on top of my noun, I'm going to choose a describing word that describes this noun. So I'm going to choose the describing word purple. Now I know purple pickles aren't really a thing. So it can be something silly or it can be something real, just as long as you have a describing word on top of a person, place, or thing. So I'm going to create about 2 to 3 nouns with a describing word on top of it. And depending on how many people you have playing, that's how many pieces of paper you give them. So if you have a large group, I just give them 1. But if you have a small group, I'd give everybody 2 to 3 pieces of scratch paper. And on every piece of scratch paper, you're going to choose a noun with a describing word. And then you're going to gather everyone's scratch paper and you're going to put it in a cup. So I've come up with a few. I'm going to stick them all in my cup. Now this game has 3 rounds, and you've probably played some of these games before, so you should know a little bit how to play each of these rounds. So the first round, you are going to take a piece of paper out from the cup, and you're going to have to describe to your teammate what is on your paper using any other word besides the words that are on here. So I am going to call my lovely assistant to come demonstrate with me how to play this game. And my lovely assistant is my husband, Mr. Dotson. Okay, so this first round, I'm going to describe what's on my paper. Now, parents, the reason why I feel like this is an educational game is because they're working on lots of different skills. Right now, they're going to have to come up with synonyms and antonyms to describe what's on their paper because they can't say what's on here. So they're working on adding detail, describing. It's great for their writing. They're also working on their speaking skills because they're going to have to talk to their partner to help them guess what's on this paper. So I'm going to demonstrate this first round with you with my partner here. Okay, the first word is one of my favorite colors. It was one of our wedding colors, actually.
Was it green or purple?
That one.
Purple.
The second word is a green, crunchy, sour food that you would find in a jar.
All right, purple pickles?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This word, so the first word is a synonym for small.
Tiny.
Keep going.
Petite.
Keep going.
Little.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the second word, you have a friend named this, but it's also another word for a toilet.
John. Little John.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, so he's got 1 minute to answer as many as he can. So depending on how many pieces of paper on here, you would pause after a minute. Okay, the second round, you play charades. So he's seen all of these papers in here by now because we already played a round. And so this round really should be easier because he knows what's on these papers. I've just got to do a good job of communicating to him using my actions. So this is another way that this is going to benefit your kids. So in writing, we encourage them to not just tell, but to show. So instead of saying the boy was sad, I want them to be able to show how they knew he was sad. So hopefully by doing these charades games, they're practicing like showing body movement that they can transfer later into their writing. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to charade to him and he's going to try to guess what's on these papers.
One word. Smart. Second word. Writing. Teacher. Oh, smart student. Okay.
Okay, so same thing. He's got a minute to try to guess as many of these as possible in charades. The point of the other cup, by the way, is when he's guessed something, I put it in here so that we don't get the two confused. Okay, the third round is probably the most challenging because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get him to guess what's on this paper by using one word. And that word can't be a word that's on this paper. He's seen these words because we played 2 rounds. He should know it, but I'm going to have to do a really good job of coming up with a describing word so that he knows exactly what's on this paper because I can only give him one hint. Okay? So here we go. Now I'm going to show you the word. He's not going to look, and he's going to try to guess what's on this paper. Okay, here we go. Crunchy.
Purple pickles.
Very good. So I used a describing word. He was able to figure out which card of mine I was describing. So as you can see, this is a super easy, fun game. We play it all the time with our friends. I hope that you enjoy it. And if you end up playing it sometime this week, please come back to this post and comment. Tell me how you loved it. Tell me who you played with. I hope you have an awesome rest of the week, and I hope I get to see you soon.